Among many features of self-sovereign identity like selective disclosure, zero-knowledge proof, user-controlled consent, and data portabilities are some of the most interesting ones. With user control, I mean user are in full control of their data. Technically, their data is encrypted by the private key they own. With user consent, what I mean by that is whenever an application requests some data from the user authorize this data cryptographically and provide access to it. And once the user is able to hold and control their data, they can port the data from one application to another without having these application to make any sort of API calls, right? So today I'm going to show you a demo to explain these two concepts with the help of gaming applications. Hey everyone, my name is Vishwas Anand and I am the CTO of hypersun.id. Now let's get started with the demo. So here we have two games. Game 1 which is running on port 9002 and game 2 which is running on port 9004. Both have similar UI but they are different. When you play the game you will get to know. So let's just start with the game 1 first, right? So here I'm trying to connect my wallet. I'm providing access of my wallet address and then my public keys, and then I'm going to create my DIDs. So basically I'm using hypersign decentralized identifier to manage my ID and hypersign encrypted data vault to keep all my private data safe. So let's just give some of the access here to set up my account. So yeah, so I was able to log into this to the game 1, and here you can see I have some of the details. Here I can go ahead and start playing the game, but before that let's just check out this profile section, right? So I have got my DID and I've got my vault ID, but there is no user handle here, so I can quickly set that. So I can choose one let's say an in-game name. So let me choose my gaming name. So I'm a gamer, I provide the consent that I'm evaluating, and also I want to have a dark theme because I like it, right? So I'll keep the dark theme and then save, right? So once I click on this, a verifiable credential for setting up this profile is issued to me, and I keep that verifiable credentials in my data vault. So that is being happened. So here now I'm giving consent so that I can keep that verifiable credential in my vault. And now you can see I have got my user handle, my and the other stuff like the theme is dark and so on. So now in the game side, I can do two things. Either I can start playing the game right away, or I can import game 2 credential to skip level 1. But since I have never played game 2, so I cannot do this step. So let's just start playing the game 1 itself. So all I have to do is just to move the cursor, and then after moving the cursor, it's just a very demo game, right? So I have crossed the level 1, I have got score 100, and now they are providing me accept this score. So basically they are providing me a certificate saying that yes, I have crossed the level 1, right? So I will accept that score as well in my in my data vault. So I'll keep that, and then I can go ahead and play the next level, right? So let's play the next level 2. Yep. And since I crossed the level 2 as well, so I'm going to accept that credential in my vault as well. Yeah, so just to make sure that I have got all the credentials, I can simply click on this button fetch credential to see what all credentials do I have in my data vault. So you can see I have two credentials, and notice that both of these credentials are encrypted, meaning that the vault whoever is running the vault service, which is hypersign in this case, has no information about what this data contains. They don't even know about the metadata of these credentials. So only as a user I should be able to decrypt this credential and see that, oh, this was my game 1 credential and the level was score 1. Similarly I can decrypt the other credential as well, and this was a level 2 credential and my score is now 200, right? And also I can see more information about this particular credentials from just by clicking on this icon. Now that we have finished the game 1, let's just jump into the game 2 and try to log in here, right? So Again, I will connect my wallet just like I did in the game one and provide access to some of my data. Basically, I'm connecting my DIDs and providing access to my vault. So here I'm connecting my vault, and yes, so that is this is game two. So here also we have a profile, but you can see that my user handle is not being shown here because it's a different game, right? So I'm into completely a different application. You can see the server itself is different. But I remember that in the previous game, I have set up all my profile and got some data. I have set up my preferences saying that my theme should be dark and I like that dark theme. So why don't I just, import that credential or those settings here in this game, just to prove that how you're able to port some of your settings from one game or one application to another. So I'm going to import, my existing setting from my vault because, last time I kept it in my vault. So now here I'm providing again, that setting, and you can see this is the dark theme, right? My in-game name is also here. My age is verified, which is yes, and my preference of theme, which is dark, which I set dark in the previous game. So you noticed that I was able to port some of my data from that game to this game. The next step is, of course, I can start playing the game, but this time the game is different. So I have again two options. Either I can start playing the game right away by clicking on this button, or I can completely skip this level 1 if I have game 1 credentials. You remember when we finished the game 1, I have got some credential, right? And if I can, bring that credential here into this game 2, the game 2 is allowing me to skip the level 1 altogether. So let's just try to see that in action. So I click on this, instead of playing, I click on this import game 1 credential to skip level 1 link. Here basically I'm, bringing my credential from game 1 to game 2 and providing access of that. So, so my now my credential is being provided to game 2, and you can see I have uh, I have imported my credential, and then since I have imported my credential and skipped the level 1, I have got level 1 credential as well. So level 1 of the game 2, right? So now I will accept that as well um, in my data vault. So uh, so that was it, right? Like you were able to port data from one place to another, and then you were also able to provide some information of your data uh, to some service, right? So those are the two important concepts which I wanted to demonstrate. Is I can now go ahead and play the next step or the next level of this game as well, right? So I just need to do this just to cross these levels. It's very simple game. Yep, so now I have crossed the level. I will accept the level 2 score as well in my vault. So let's just wait for it. All right, so I will accept that as well, and that's what that is finished. Like I have played the game, both of these game. I can quickly check, the credentials which was issued to me by this game as well. So you can see I have both this credential, and of course they are encrypted because they were in the data vault. So I can quickly open it and check it. So this is the game 2 credentials for the level 1, and this one should be for the level 2, right? So that is it for the demo, and I hope I was able to help you understand the importance of data user control and data portability with the help of this particular game. Thank you very much.